So the first thing you're going to want to do anytime you pick wild morels is you're going to want to make sure there's no no slugs, no bugs, and then you're going to take and you're going to rinse them. So have a nice sprayer just to get as much of the dirt and anything out of all those little ridges as possible. So I've already done these. I'm just doing this to explain it to you. But then what you're going to want to do is this water here is now going to have a bunch of spores. So what you do is you save that and you sprinkle it outside, out near your morel patch, whatever, and it'll actually help propagate more and spread the spores. Once you've done that, next step is going to be to check them for any kind of rot or imperfection. This one looks good, but then you're also going to want to cut the top off just so you can look in it and make sure there's no bugs, slugs, anything like that, especially with wild foraged mushrooms. This one also, for instance, has a little bit of a dark blight on the top here. It's kind of hard to see. But so again, we're just going to chop that off and inspect. This is a nice size one, and this one's perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Another tip, when you're picking them, you want to rip them off here and leave the root ball in there. And that'll also help propagate more. You don't want to rip the whole thing out of the ground. Then I like to slice them lengthways. Also going to do some horizontally, vertically, however you would consider it. But this just kind of gives you kind of little mushroom rings. I do, again, prefer the longer strips. And these are going to shrink up quite a bit once you cook them. So this here too, I'm going to fry up a few of these and make a sauce. But again, you're going to want to try and save the cutting boards, scrape everything off of your knife, and save that to sprinkle out in propagation areas. I like to use a ceramic pan. I'm going to use a little bit of my butter here to grease the pan up. I'm basically just going to saute these mushrooms in butter and some spices. Might be a little warm. Basically just frying these mushrooms up. Then I like to generally use some garlic salt. I really like this Miss Dash stuff. Once these cook down, it smells amazing, by the way. Once these cook down, end up with a lot less volume than you started with. Now that butter has kind of melted off, I'm going to let them just simmer a little bit there. Maybe a little bit more, just because it adds a nice flavor, among other things. I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit to get these cooked. They're pretty close right now. Yum. There we go. We're getting a little bit of a sear on the side now. Now at this point, you can totally just eat these. and they're absolutely delicious. They're hot. Oh man, that's so good. I would say that they're about ready, desired consistency for eating. So now I'm going to turn this into my sauce. And you can see too how much that whole pan cooked down into. Then here we have my secret family recipe for a cream base. And now we're going to have an absolutely amazing mushroom cream sauce with fresh morels. And now stuff on a shingle. I know it looks terrible, but it's so delicious. So my roommates both just ate, and I have to be honest, I am in no way sad about this. Yes.
2 hours later.
3 servings might have been a mistake.